It seemed that Wei Jing had just recalled her presence. He lifted his eyelids and cast a glance at her, saying, "Come earlier tomorrow and accompany me to the Millennium Temple." Sheng Jiaoyue was on the verge of making this matter clear to him. The emperor's health was failing, so the annual task of going to the Millennium Temple to offer prayers and chant scriptures had been entrusted to the Crown Prince. She had been trying her utmost to curry favor with the Crown Prince in recent years, yet with little to show for it. The members of the Crown Prince's clique didn't get along well with her, especially Gu Qinglin, that shrewd heir, who on the surface treated her as a friend, but privately wouldn't tolerate anyone around him getting too close to her. He had never taken her along to the Millennium Temple. Each time it was Gu Qinglin and the others who accompanied the Crown Prince, Sheng Jiaoyu had no desire to go. However, her father was no longer indulging her this year. There were rumors that the Crown Prince had an extraordinary relationship with the abbot, a senior monk in the temple. Her father wanted her to snoop around and find out the truth. If she still couldn't manage to go this year, he'd tell her not to come back home again. Sheng Jiaoyu's delicate face was a bit flushed from the sun. Her fair and tender skin couldn't withstand the sun's rays. Her smooth and fair complexion was tinged with a translucent pink, like a lotus emerging from water, looking pure and cool yet still retaining a touch of softness. Fine beads of sweat dotted her forehead as she said in a clear voice, "Your Highness, unfortunately, there will be a family banquet tomorrow." "I'm afraid I won't be able to make it." Wei Jing raised his eyes to scrutinize her. The young man had a figure as straight as bamboo, slender and graceful, with a face as white as jade, looking clean and handsome. His eyes were lowered, giving an appearance of docility, but his words took Wei Jing by surprise. Wei Jing was well aware of the Sheng family's calculating ways. He had kept Sheng Qingyu around simply because he considered him dispensable. Sheng Qingyu had been eager to accompany him to the Millennium Temple several years ago. There was no reason for him to suddenly change his mind. Wei Jing coldly eyed the young man's face, which was even more beautiful than a girl's, as he idly toyed with the jade thumb ring on his thumb, saying, "Suit yourself." Sheng Jiaoyu let out a sigh of relief. One couldn't rush things. She had to take it one step at a time. Presumably, by this time next year, she'd be able to extricate herself from the East Palace.